this footage captured in broad daylight. A man in his 22nd is seen selling candy door to door. The homeowner, equipped with a doorbell camera, opens the door and proceeds to make a purchase. However, the transaction is interrupted when 3 more men, armed, reveal themselves and take advantage of the open door to rob the woman in her own home. The entire operation was a setup, with the candy salesman in on the plan from the beginning. Their intention was to gain the homeowner's trust and get her to open the door so they could rob her at gunpoint. The men stole some of her belongings and quickly fled the scene. The second clip begins with the homeowner doing her laundry. Before entering the laundry room, she pauses, clearly disturbed by an audio clip captured by the doorbell camera. A voice can be heard desperately pleading for help. But its source is unclear. Worried that someone might be hiding around her property, the woman calls the police. Despite a thorough search, the police find nothing. To this day, the origin of the voice remains a mystery.
I looked around, I didn't see anybody out on the road or any cars or anything. So I went back to my ring video to make sure I wasn't just creatively hearing something.
I can hear somebody saying something, but I can't.
Well, I posted it on there.
Captured at 3 a.m. on April 9th, 2023, in Albuquerque, New Mexico, this footage shows a homeowner who was asleep at the time. He discovered the footage only after waking up to a notification on his phone. Horrified, he watched as a woman tried multiple keys to get into his house, even looking around for a hidden one. In Kansas City, this doorbell footage shows a man appearing on the left side of the screen, climbing on the guardrail, and attempting to remove the ring camera from the home. Inside were a woman and her son. The man was her ex-boyfriend. After failing to remove the camera, he left, only to return 30 minutes later with a cloth to cover it. Three minutes later, the woman's son frantically informs her that their car is on fire. Police and firefighters are called, but the fire destroys their car and much of their home. Mary Ann, an expert in abusive relationships, explains that abusive relationships are about power and control, which escalate when these are threatened. Police are currently searching for the ex-boyfriend seen in the video. In October 2, 2022, a homeowner's doorbell camera captured a chilling scene. 3 men armed with weapons and wearing disturbing masks reminiscent of those from the movie The Purge stood menacingly at the front door. Noticing the camera, one of the men quickly covered it with his gloved hand, obscuring the view for most of the footage. However, for a fleeting moment, the camera revealed the trio huddled against the wall, crouching low to avoid detection from inside the house. Alerted by the motion-triggered notifications on his phone, the homeowner checked the live feed, only to see a glove blocking the camera.
Hello? 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 Hello?
Unaware of the earlier revealing footage, he attempted to communicate with the individuals via the doorbell speaker, but received no response. Growing increasingly alarmed, the homeowner promptly contacted the police. Unfortunately, by the time law enforcement arrived at the scene, the masked men had vanished. Speculations abound regarding the men's intentions. Some believe they aimed to lure the homeowner into opening the door, facilitating a robbery. However, their lack of effort to entice the homeowner when addressed through the speaker suggests an alternative motive. It's plausible that they were attempting to pick the lock while the camera was obscured, leaving their ultimate plans open to unsettling conjecture. In June 2021, a woman shared a series of disturbing videos captured by her mother's newly installed Ring cameras. Shortly after the cameras were set up, the woman's phone began receiving numerous motion-detected notifications. Upon reviewing the footage, a chilling discovery emerged. The videos revealed a man prowling around the exterior of the house with an eerie familiarity, as if he had intimate knowledge of the property's layout. This raised suspicions that it wasn't his first time surveilling the premises. The intruder peered through various windows, including the woman's own. Alarmed by the footage, the woman immediately reported the incident to the police. However, by the time officers arrived, the prowler had disappeared, leaving the authorities with limited options. They advised the woman to keep her blinds, curtains, and windows closed at all times as a precautionary measure. Fearing the man's return, the woman devised a makeshift trap outside her window, stretching a rope between 2 trees in hopes that the intruder would trip over it, creating a commotion to alert her of his presence. Disturbingly, exactly 1 week later at 2 a.m., the trap was triggered, and the woman quickly accessed the live camera feed. To her horror, she saw the same man standing directly outside her window, peering inside. Following this second incident, the woman and her mother took immediate action. They went to the window, opened the curtains, and banged on the glass to startle the intruder. Once again, they contacted the police, but the man had vanished by the time they arrived. Shaken by the ordeal, the woman and her mother ultimately decided to relocate to a new home. The lack of further information from law enforcement led them to believe that the perpetrator was never apprehended.